Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am going to be redoing or actually doing another wing liner tutorial for you guys. I feel like in my first one, you guys couldn't really see what I was doing because I accidentally went off camera. And I tried to explain what I did when I got back on camera, but a couple people were saying that they still couldn't really achieve what I did. So I wanted to do another video, get you guys really close in. I have my mirror set up a little differently so that I can be in camera whenever I'm doing it and give you guys a better view of what I'm doing. We're going to be doing the popsicle stick trick and we're going to be using the Loreal Flash Cateye with the little stencil. That's how I did these wings today, and I'll also be showing you guys if you mess up your wing how you can clean it up with concealer and you don't have to start all over. So if you guys like tutorials, if you guys like makeup hacks, then give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and that your notifications are turned on. Ring that little bell so that you are notified whenever I upload new content. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this video. We are going to get super close up and personal. You guys are going to see all my business, but that's fine. I want you guys to be able to know how to do this hack if you struggle with wing liner and you really want to do it. So let's just get right into it. Okay guys, we are ready to do our wing liner tutorial. I got you guys super scooted in and I am really hoping that you guys are going to be able to see everything I'm doing. And this one is for you, Mandy, that I work with, and she said that she could not see what I was doing. So that is what inspired me to remake this video, you know, wing liner tutorial 2.0. We are going to be using the Loreal Flash Cateye in the shade black. Same one we used last time. It's got this little guy here that you pull off. And so what you do is you line it up with your eye where you want your wing. So like if you want your wing there, you'll line it up there. I'm going to keep looking in the monitor so I know you guys can see what I'm doing. If you want a smaller wing, just scoot it in and like so. Okay? The other eye, we're going to use a popsicle stick just like we did in the first video. Some people were saying, like, how do you know if you get it on the same angle on both sides? So what I do is I touch it to the bottom of my nose and then I just move it up till I get to where I want it. And then I'll do the same on the other side. Okay? And my nose is not symmetrical, but neither is my whole face, so they're going to be sisters, not twins. They don't have to be perfectly symmetrical. As long as they're close and you don't want like one going down and one going up. I hope you guys can see this. Whoa, you guys are looking. You can see all my imperfections. Need to plug my eyebrows. Just shaking up my liner. And I store this upside down, guys, so that my tip doesn't get dried out. So we're going to do one side with the Loreal Flash Cateye stencil, and we're going to do the other side with the popsicle stick. So first we're going to go on this side. So all I did was just fill in that stencil. I'm just going to clean up the edges, you guys. It got a little wonky. So we'll clean that up with some concealer. Don't worry about what that's looking like. We're going to clean that up with some concealer and I'll show you guys how to do that. So now we'll go on the other side with our popsicle stick trick. So you use your stick, edge of your nose, edge of your eye. You'll make your line. Okay. Then you'll go on the tip of that line. And then you've got your wing. Now you can make it a little bit more crisp. But that gives you your basic shape of your wing. Now I'm going to show you guys how to clean this up with some concealer. So what you guys can do is you can take a brush like this. That's a kind of really compacted brush. This is a Morphe M508. And I'm going to take a really high coverage concealer. And this is the Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Fair Light Neutral. I'm just going to take out the doe foot applicator. And I'm going to grab just a tiny bit of the product on the brush. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean up this wing here. Okay, so now that bottom line is nice and crisp. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just taking like the tiniest amount because you can always go in and get more. Okay, so now that side is done. So we goofed our liner right here, so I'm going to throw on some concealer there. I'm going to fix the top edge of this one. Don't worry about blending this concealer out quite yet, just get your shape. So now we've cleaned everything up. I have the wings the shape that I want. So now I'm going to go back with a flat brush like this. And I'm going to make sure it's completely clean. This is just like a really soft, kind of flat, compacted brush. What I'm going to do is kind of feather out that concealer so it blends with the rest of my makeup. Okay. Just go right up to that edge. So now what I can do to fix my eyeshadow is I can go back into the same palette that I used for my eyes, and I can pop a shade right on top of the concealer that I just laid down. So I'm just going to go right back into this palette that I used for my eyes, and I'm just going to pop that right back on to cover that up. Okay, you guys see how easy that was? So we'll do the same with the other eye where we kind of had to do some concealer on that outer edge. Don't worry about the liner at this point, you guys. We can fix the liner. We're worried about fixing what we did with the concealer. This isn't always going to happen. You guys are going to have some days where you're like, oh, I don't even have to fix that with concealer. Amazing. All right, if you still feel like your concealer where you cleaned it up looks a little weird, like on the underneath, you can take a whatever kind of pressed powder that's in your shade, and you can just lightly dust that where you put the concealer just to kind of blend your makeup. So now we will fix what we fixed. Okay, so since I got a little bit of eyeshadow here where I fixed where I goofed, just go right on top of that. Just to redefine everything. Everything else looks good. Now, same on this side where I got some of that shimmer shade. All you're going to do is just color it in. So that's everything all cleaned up. Now, you guys are super close to me, so you can see where I cleaned that up with concealer. Now, you can go back in with more concealer and build up more coverage. This side's a little bit better coverage-wise, but you don't have to. So if somebody's this close to my face, it's probably going to be my husband, and I'm not worried about it. When we zoom back out, you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, you see what I'm saying? Like, when you're not up close and personal with someone, you can't really tell that they had to clean up their liner. Now, I have lights on me. I have studio lighting and high definition video. So, you know, I could go back in here and add more concealer and just really blank it out. That's always a possibility. But once I get my mascara on and once I get the rest of my makeup finished, you're not going to be looking at that. Now, these wings are two different shapes. Let's remember that we use two different techniques. If you're going to be using the same technique, then your shape should be the same or easier to get the same. And like my wing is like this, but I could have angled it more up and made it go up a little more. I just chose to make it more flat in order to match this one. Now, if I did the same technique on this side, that wing would be, you know, not what it is, but I didn't use the same technique. I used the Cateye stencil. I prefer freehanding a small wing or using the popsicle stick. If you're a beginner and you want to just be able to get that line right initially, then I recommend the popsicle stick. If you have a little bit more experience, obviously you can freehand. But yeah, you guys, that is the eyeliner trick hack. I definitely like this side better. This is the side we did with the popsicle stick. This one is with the Loreal Flash Cateye. Okay, you guys, this is the completed look for the wing liner tutorial. I just curled my lashes and threw on some Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. So like I was saying, you guys, you can't really tell what we cleaned up. I mean, if I'm looking at it, I know what I cleaned up because I did it. But if someone's just looking at you, then they're not going to be like, oh, she cleaned up her liner there. And if I threw on some falsies, you really would not be able to tell, which is what I would do usually if I did a wing, because I feel like if I'm going to go through all that trouble to do a wing, then I'm going to just go ahead and throw on some falsies. So yeah, you guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope you guys could see what I was doing better in this video than the last one, and it's a little bit easier for you guys to follow. So if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.